we're talking about the field in general. I think a lot of people today who, especially the ones who are here at Comic-Con, who enjoy, as you can see here, the costumes and building their own and crafting their own suits.
Yay, Predators! Assuming those are suits, we may never know. The whole... Guys, you can take the hats off if you want. You really can. Okay. See, that's passion, kids. There you go.
So the industry has changed a lot because everything seems to have gone digital. People talk about digital, and there's a lot of question about whether or not, you know, the physical makeup and puppeteering and prosthetic effects is something that is still relevant. And I think, you know, these gentlemen have proven time and again that it is very crucial, and it's still something that's really important. Even if you're working on a show in which the character may be done partially digital or all digital, why it's so important to have these things, and therefore why it's so important to have those skills, the ability to sculpt, the ability to create mechanics, the ability to understand locomotion and those kind of things. And why don't you guys talk a little bit about how you work with the digital world these days?
I'll start. You know, I worked on Avatar for 3.5 years, and that was, you know, landmark film for digital. But yet there was still a need to design the Na'vi. There was still a need to design the avatars, and to use all of the tricks and the design sense abilities that, you know, we had learned from Stan to create these characters. And Jim relied on us to help realize that. And we fit right in. And we've started embracing all of the, you know, the tools that allow us to also work hand in hand with the digital. So there's still a place for it. And there's a film that I've been in Detroit for the last 6 weeks working on, Real Steel, with Hugh Jackman in it, which is a new DreamWorks movie. And there's boxing robots in this movie, and there's a need for real practical ones, but they have to interface with the digital, and we're sharing all these assets. So it's finding ways to change and embrace that change and grow in new directions, which is something that Stan was always excellent at. I mean, the way he always said.
Sorry, John.
No, go ahead, man.
No, keep going.
I mean, what he said is, you know, there's always going to, you know, use that technology to help you. You know, whatever tool works for the job, you know, whatever way the shot should be achieved. If it should be digital, then do it digital. If it's a blend, a hybrid, where it's partial digital and a real piece that's there, then that's the way to go. I know Tom and Alec have just worked on The Thing, and they've done the hybrid approach, and Shane has done both of the Iron Man movies, hands-on there. We just finished Iron Man 2. And, you know, let everyone else talk, but it's embracing those technologies and feeding back with what we know and our way of doing it. You know, it's different than growing up exactly in front of the computer. We've done it by hand, and we've had to make it move. I know Tom and I both have been in suits and movement and acting, and that's something else that Stan really stressed, is performance. You know, you can make this beautiful effect, but if it's not an iconic character or performance, it won't be memorable. So it's bringing all those things together to combine.
Dad always said, you know, digital's a fantastic tool, but it's just another tool in the artist kit. And, you know, he founded Digital Domain with James Cameron. He ran headlong into the digital revolution 20 years ago. So, you know, to my mind, the best films I've seen have been hybrid films, where you've got practical and digital, forces the digital to live up to reality. And that's the way it's being done.